Hi, hi YouTube. It's me again, the operative here of Gamers Roundtable. That is, I'm here to discuss the long-awaited but delayed Lost Planet 2 review of mine that was putting out here. As you can say here, I got on my crown here because I like to call myself the king of the Honda. So that's where I'm sporting the Honda cap today. Um, Lost Planet 2 is an interesting game. It was a game that was released, I believe, the first one was released in 2006, and it was during E3 they released a demo. I remember playing it and being very astounded by the graphics alone of this game because it was something we haven't really seen, a snow field type of environment that really felt really good, where you felt the weight of your character trudging through the snow. But here we're talking about Lost Planet 2 now. But the thing about Lost Planet 2, I think it takes place 10 years after the events of the first Lost Planet, and during which the Akrit, the monsters that are on this planet, had absorbed so much energy that they have actually changed the climate of the planet itself to make some of the planet not so much more hospitable cold, but warm and tropical in some spots. So some of the maps on which you're going to be battling in is going to be way different than the snow spots than it was before, which is pretty cool because it kind of has that variety of different maps, and you kind of want that in the game. You don't want to see the same old just repeat, rinse and repeat sort of thing going on. But I played the demo constantly when it came out. It was a boss fight within the game. I'm not going to give away anything in case who hasn't played the game, but really, essentially, the demo that you play on 360 is a boss fight within the game. So, I mean, I don't think I'm giving away too much because if you played it, it's part of the story, but just so you know, it's a boss fight. But the one thing I found was cool about this game is that it had 4-player co op, which is really something radically different than before. That I found that really was a lot of fun for me personally because I like getting on games, and like I explained in the Transformer review, that it's a lot of fun playing co-op nowadays with your friends and just experiencing the whole, just experiencing the game, just going out and having fun together. It's been a long dream where you can just to share the experience with everyone because we're all gamers and we like playing games, and there's nothing more fun than blasting aliens. Living your dream that you've seen on movies, and living your dream on screen, blasting aliens. How cool is that? That's all it is to it. There's nothing more to really be said. There's nothing more to really to add to that. It's really cool. Now, this game has been getting kind of low reviews, and I think some of them has to do with the controls, because graphically I think the game is pretty cool looking. I mean, the first one was awesome too. The first one looked totally awesome. And me personally, some felt it was a bait and switch because of the mech thing, but I think this time they tried to go around. They wanted more on foot battle instead of you jumping in the mech fighting constantly. So they tried to change it around a little bit so you have more on foot, since it was more of a co-op game. But some of the mech fighting and some of the levels alone, where you get in there, man, it actually feel like you're in a Japanese sci-fi anime where you're in there battling these aliens, and it's just really cool and really fun. And the boss fights are really awesome, because when you're fighting, anytime you fight a boss that fills the screen, it's always going to be awesome. So it's just the bottom line awesome. So I'm definitely going to give Lost Planet the big operative thumbs up on this one, regardless of maybe some reviews. It may not be a game that you may not want to own, because definitely I don't think the multiplayer has what it takes to keep sustained play throughout. I really don't. And maybe you might even get tired of playing a campaign after a while because people will move on. It's just how these games are. We play them, we move on. And unless the campaign has something that has something rewarding, which you go back and play through, and you get either a different ending, different type of story, different type of choices that you make that will affect the outcome, then there's really no point of going back once you're finished. So more than likely, I would say, unless you're a big Lost Planet fan, I would say rent it. That's all I can really say. Rent it. It's a game that's definitely need to be rented, and it's a game that definitely need to play it online. If you can find enough people to play it, and that was one of my hardest part too, finding enough people that were going to play straight through from one mission to the end. But luckily, I've been pretty lucky so far when I jumped on online games, because I played on the 360. Not that it's my system of preference. It's just that I found that online games such as these, that everybody knows that 360 is the way to go. And I have a lot more friends on my friend list. Just plug. It's the operative on 360 and just operative on PlayStation 3. So hit me up if you want to, add me to your friend list. And so back to the review. I'm getting gay. Sorry again. I'm just drifting. But the game, like I said, gets the big operative thumbs up again. And I think you should definitely give this game a shot and give it a shot. Play it and see how you like it. Give me a video response if you think I'm wrong or you want to call me out on some of the things I said or anything. Once again, I want to thank people for the kind comments they've been leaving me, and I want to, like I said, thank them, and I really appreciate it. It really is really cool to be welcomed by the YouTube community, and and know that there's other people out there that like me that enjoy playing these games and enjoy other people talking about games. So hopefully you like this video, give it a good rating like the other ones, and hope, like I said, as always, happy gaming to all. Peace out. Take care and take care of each other. Later.